Capricorn, listen closely. September 1st, 2025 is not just another day, it's the day the universe cracks wide open for you. 3 shocking miracles are written in your destiny, and each one has the power to change your life forever. Imagine waking up and realizing that love, money, and destiny itself are aligning in your favor. Imagine doors opening that were once locked shut. Imagine the past no longer holding you back. But here's the secret. If you miss the signs, you miss everything. Stay with me until the end of this video, because what you're about to discover could be the exact turning point your soul has been waiting for. Let's dive in, Capricorn. Your destiny is calling. Shocking? Miracle number 1, the door of hidden wealth opens. The first miracle on September 1st, Capricorn, will arrive in the form of hidden wealth being revealed. Now let's clear something up. I don't mean wealth in the old cliché sense of stumbling upon a bag of money on the sidewalk or winning the lottery overnight. No, this is far more powerful, far more personal, and far more life-altering than that. What I'm talking about is the universe aligning to bring forward an opportunity you've been blind to, but that has been sitting quietly in your energy field all along, waiting for the right cosmic moment to surface. And that moment is September 1st, 2025. Capricorn, you are known as the mountain climber of the Zodiac, the one who endures storms, climbs higher when others give up, and slowly but surely builds the empire you dream of. You've worked hard, sacrificed much, and pushed forward when no one else believed in you. But here's the truth most Capricorns don't realize. Your greatest source of wealth hasn't even been tapped yet. There is something, whether connected to your natural skills, your untapped talents, your connections, or even your family lineage, that has been dormant, hidden away like buried treasure, waiting for you to unlock it. The cosmos is about to hand you the key. On September 1st, this hidden treasure reveals itself, and it may appear in unexpected forms. A sudden business idea that pops into your mind while you're doing something ordinary, like drinking coffee or walking outside. An old contact or acquaintance who reaches out of nowhere, carrying an opportunity that feels perfectly timed. A financial resource you didn't even know you had access to, whether through inheritance, property, investments, or even a forgotten account. Or perhaps a chance encounter that places you in the right room with the right people at exactly the right moment. The shocking part, it won't look like wealth at first glance. It won't come dressed in flashing neon lights saying, "This is it! Take it!" Instead, it may appear as something small, something subtle, maybe even something that feels ordinary. A simple conversation, a short email, a casual invitation. But within that tiny seed lies the potential to grow into the oak tree of your financial destiny. Think about it, Capricorn. What if one single yes on this day is the key to years of abundance? What if the idea you nearly dismiss as silly or unrealistic is actually the foundation of the empire you've always dreamed of? What if the small offer you're tempted to overlook is the very doorway the universe has been waiting for you to walk through? The cycle of your life has been about hard work, about proving yourself, about climbing uphill when the climb felt endless. But the message of September 1st is clear. It's time to break the cycle of working hard without the recognition or reward. This isn't about grinding endlessly anymore. It's about alignment. It's about the universe multiplying your efforts, not just slowly adding them up year after year. And here's where the miracle deepens. This hidden wealth doesn't only refer to money, it's also about unlocking hidden talents, hidden influence, and hidden inner power. Maybe you've underestimated your creative gift. Maybe you've ignored your natural ability to lead, teach, or heal. Maybe you've been sitting on an idea that others would pay you generously for if only you believed in it enough to act. On September 1st, this wealth comes knocking. But, and here's the warning, if you doubt yourself, if you tell yourself, this is too good to be true, if you dismiss the small signs because they don't look shiny enough, you may walk right past the very miracle that was meant to change your life. Capricorn, the universe doesn't always hand you treasure in a gold chest. Sometimes it comes as a whisper. Sometimes it comes as a small seed of an idea. Sometimes it comes as a tiny key. And it's your job to recognize that the door it opens is golden. Let me give you an example. Imagine a Capricorn who has been working in a regular job for years, believing that success can only come through slow effort. On September 1st, they casually meet an old friend who mentions a business partnership or invites them to collaborate. At first, it seems small, but what if that partnership is the exact path that leads to six-figure growth in a matter of months? Or picture another Capricorn who suddenly stumbles upon an online opportunity, a teaching, a class, or a community that sparks their hidden gift. They could dismiss it, or they could lean in. That leaning in might be the step that sets them financially free for the rest of their life. Capricorn, you must remember this. The first miracle of September 1st is hidden wealth. And hidden means it may not look like what you expect. Don't ignore the small signs, don't dismiss the little nudges, don't overlook the coincidences that feel too strange to be random, because one of them, just one, could be the key that opens a golden door you never even knew existed. This is your moment to see beyond the surface, to trust that the universe is planting wealth in disguise, and to take bold steps when that door appears. On September 1st, the question will not be, is wealth available to me? The question will be, am I brave enough to step through the hidden door when it opens? Shocking miracle number 2, the unexpected messenger. The second miracle of September 1st, 2025, Capricorn, will not arrive in the form of money, objects, or even a sudden idea. It will arrive in the form of a person. Yes, you heard that right. On this date, someone unexpected will cross your path, and this encounter will carry within it a message, a revelation, or a piece of guidance that could change everything. Now, here's the twist. This person won't necessarily appear as a wealthy guru, a billionaire entrepreneur, or a mystical spiritual master. No, the universe rarely works that way. Instead, this messenger may look ordinary. They may be a stranger at the grocery store, an acquaintance you haven't spoken to in years, or even someone you've already overlooked in your everyday life. But the words they speak, or the role they play, will carry the weight of destiny. This person may show up in one of 3 ways. A stranger delivering surprising insight. Maybe you overhear them saying something that answers a question you've been struggling with. Maybe they strike up a random conversation, and without even knowing it, they give you a perspective that shifts your entire outlook. An old connection returning at just the right time. Perhaps a childhood friend, an old business partner, or even a long-lost contact suddenly reappears, and what they bring, whether wisdom, opportunity, or support, feels divinely orchestrated. A mentor or guide figure stepping forward. Someone may step into your life to guide you, teach you, or support you in a way that feels almost heaven-sent. But here's the real miracle. It isn't the person themselves, it's the timing. September 1st is a day when the veil between fate and free will grows thinner. It's a day when destiny can speak directly into your life, but instead of descending from the heavens with thunder and lightning, it uses people, ordinary human vessels, as channels. This is why you must not dismiss anyone lightly on this day. Think about how often in history, life-changing events began with one conversation, one introduction, one mentor, or one unexpected meeting. Steve Jobs once said that connecting the dots is only possible looking backward. And that's exactly what this miracle will be. On September 1st, you may not fully realize how important this messenger is, but weeks, months, or even years later, you will look back and say, "That was the day everything changed because I met them." Let's imagine it more vividly. Picture yourself sitting at a coffee shop, scrolling through your phone, when you overhear someone at the next table saying exactly what you needed to hear. Maybe they're talking about a business idea, a financial decision, or a way of thinking that resonates so deeply with you that it feels like the universe planted them right there for your sake. Or imagine that an old colleague suddenly calls you after years of silence, offering an opportunity, a partnership, or advice at precisely the moment you were about to give up. The odds of this happening at random are slim, but when it happens on September 1st, under these cosmic alignments, you will know it is not chance, it is fate. Or perhaps you meet someone entirely new, someone who sees your worth, your potential, your hidden talents, and encourages you in ways no one ever has before. That encouragement could be the spark that pushes you into your next level of destiny. Capricorn, this is where many people go wrong. They dismiss these encounters. They brush them off as coincidence. They think, "Oh, that was just a random conversation." But here's your warning. On September 1st, nothing will be random. The universe is carefully weaving its plan through these moments. So when this unexpected messenger shows up, here's what you must do. Stay alert. Don't sleepwalk through the day. Every interaction matters. Listen deeply. Don't just hear words. Feel the energy behind them. Write it down. If something hits you with strange importance, note it immediately. Trust your intuition. You'll feel it in your gut when the universe is speaking through someone. And here's the most powerful part. This messenger might not even realize they're delivering a life-changing message to you. They could say something casually, with no awareness of its impact. But for you, it will be like lightning striking the ground. It will awaken you. It will shift your direction. Capricorn, the second miracle of September 1st is about human connection aligned with divine timing. The universe is using someone's voice, someone's presence, to deliver guidance that you cannot afford to miss. So don't second guess it. Don't ignore it. Don't tell yourself it's nothing. Instead, recognize that this person, this unexpected messenger, may be the one who shifts your path toward your ultimate destiny. Remember, some of the greatest success stories in history began with a single encounter. One teacher, one mentor, one conversation. September 1st may be your moment to meet that person. And when you do, Capricorn, your entire future could change forever. Shocking miracle number 3, the rewrite of destiny. And now, Capricorn, we arrive at the third and final miracle, and make no mistake, this is the one that will shake the very ground beneath your feet. On September 1st, 2025, you will experience what can only be described as a rewrite of destiny. This is not just about money. This is not just about love. This is not even just about career. This miracle is about something far greater. Your entire life timeline being adjusted by the universe itself. Think of it like this. Your life has been a book, a story with chapters of challenges, triumphs, setbacks, and growth. But for years, Capricorn, you've been rereading the same chapter. You've been stuck in a karmic cycle, a loop of repeating lessons, repeating struggles, repeating fears that has kept you locked in place. On September 1st, that cycle finally breaks. The pen is taken out of your hand, and the universe acts as the editor of your soul's story. What happens is nothing less than a cosmic erasing and rewriting of your destiny. The old script, filled with delays, disappointments, and detours, is cleared away. In its place, a brand new chapter begins, one that matches the higher version of who you are becoming. For years you have been carrying heavy responsibilities. You've held the weight of family expectations, financial struggles, emotional burdens, and fears that weren't even yours to carry. You've been loyal, disciplined, and patient. But on September 1st, it will feel as though the universe suddenly says, "Enough. The burden is no longer yours." You may notice the shift physically. It could feel like a weight being lifted from your chest. You may suddenly breathe easier, sleep deeper, or feel lighter without explanation. You may feel emotionally free, as if years of worry have melted away in a single moment. You may notice the shift through synchronicities, numbers repeating, signs appearing, people showing up at the exact right moment. You'll know something has changed when reality itself begins to line up perfectly, like puzzle pieces falling into place after years of chaos. This miracle will show up in different ways for different Capricorns. A sudden shift in your career or finances that feels fated. Perhaps a door that's been closed for years suddenly opens. Perhaps a project you thought was dead suddenly brings massive success. Or perhaps a new opportunity arrives that feels tailor-made for you. A relationship dynamic changing forever in your favor. Maybe a toxic tie finally dissolves. Maybe a soulmate steps in at exactly the right time. Maybe an old wound in love is healed in a way that allows you to step into relationships with freedom and joy instead of fear. A spiritual awakening moment where you see your purpose with crystal clarity. For some Capricorns, this rewrite of destiny will be less about money and more about mission. You may suddenly understand why you've struggled, why you've waited, and what you're really here to do in this lifetime. Capricorn, here's what makes this miracle so shocking. You are being freed from the destiny you thought you had. And Capricorn, this isn't a small adjustment. This is not just the universe tweaking one or two details. This is a complete rewrite. It's the moment when you look back years later and say, that was the day everything changed. But, and here is the truth you must hear, this miracle will only unlock fully if you are willing to let go of the old. If you cling to outdated beliefs, outdated fears, or outdated people who belong in your past, you may resist the very miracle meant to save you. The rewrite of destiny requires surrender. It requires faith. It requires you to step into the unknown with trust, knowing that the universe never closes one door without opening a greater one. Imagine a Capricorn who has worked tirelessly in a job they hate, believing that was all life would ever be. On September 1st, that job may suddenly end, but instead of being a loss, it's the cosmic rewrite that frees them for a new career aligned with their purpose. What looked like an ending was actually the most powerful new beginning. Or imagine a Capricorn who has been trapped in a painful relationship cycle, unable to break free. On September 1st, something shifts. The energy changes, the tie breaks, and suddenly, freedom floods in. That rewrite clears the path for real love, the kind they always dreamed of but thought was impossible. Capricorn, the lesson of this third miracle is simple yet profound. You are not trapped in the story you've been living. The universe is rewriting your destiny to match the person you are becoming, not the person you used to be. So when September 1st arrives, breathe deeply, pay attention, trust the shifts, even if they look like endings. Trust the release, even if it feels unfamiliar. Because this is not just another day, it is the day your soul's script changes forever. Remember this, the third miracle is the rewrite of destiny. This is not small, this is not ordinary. This is the moment your life transforms so completely that you will look back and say, with gratitude and awe, that was the day everything changed. Capricorn, as we close this incredible journey together, let me leave you with this final truth. September 1st, 2025 is not just another date on the calendar. It is the day your destiny rewrites itself. 3 shocking miracles are standing at your door, waiting to be welcomed. But here's the question: will you be ready to open that door? The first miracle showed you that blessings can arrive suddenly, like lightning in the dark. The second miracle reminded you that love, connection, and destiny often appear when you least expect them. And the third, oh Capricorn, the third miracle is the rewrite of destiny itself. That is the day you will finally step into the life you were meant to live, without the chains of the past holding you back. But remember, the universe never forces, it only invites. You must say yes. You must claim the miracles that belong to you. So as September 1st approaches, keep your heart open, your faith unshakable, and your eyes alert to the signs. Watch how synchronicities guide you. Notice how the people, opportunities, and breakthroughs show up right on time. That's the universe working for you, not against you. Years from now, you'll look back on this moment and say, that was the day everything changed. So Capricorn, are you ready? Are you prepared to step into your new destiny? Because the miracles are already written in the stars. Stay strong, stay hopeful, and most importantly, trust the process. Your new life begins now. If this message resonated with you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, because your journey of transformation has only just begun.